What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the WD Black, the Esports Club Pro League for Rainbow Six Siege, supported by Ubisoft in association with our broadcast partner Booyah. I'm your host Foxer, and joining me is my co-host Baba Gusta and our lovely admin Eisen, as we are here witnessing the day 2 of Division 1 into Week 1. That's right. This is, of course, Season 5, and we are here witnessing the first match. And right off the bat, it is going to be an interesting one. Samurai Super versus Monka S. Both of these teams, I think we've talked about them quite a bit, but I think what my eyes will be really on to Monka S today, because after that little roster change that they've got for themselves, of course, you guys must know this already. Jora has swapped out of it. He's joined Union Gaming, and that means that that spot into Monka S's team was left empty for Skipper to fill. He's come in to help this team and to maybe help them achieve good heights, great heights for that matter. We'll be heading into the match right now and joining the players into ban phase. Monkas and Samurai Super on the map of Oregon will be underway on your screens right now. And as we happen to see the ban phase already, Thatcher taken off the board. A very standard ban, what we get to see just in general. Nothing new to see here. Nothing off the bat at all, if you'd ask me. But hey, it is, of course, Division 1. So coming back to the hype train and just trying to get back on it. The fact that we'll be getting to see all of these teams battle it out today and for the weeks to come, it is going to set a precedent as to how we see Division 1 going, because even with the roster change happening, I think it comes out to demand more than just that. We will begin to see so much more stuff happening as we happen to go ahead. Maverick will be the ban that will come out from Samurai Super. We saw an Ace ban come out, but that was, of course, Clubhouse. And somehow, just the way I happen to look at it, Oregon and Clubhouse happen to offer very similar playstyles just in terms of fundamental things that they have as a map. Kaid will be the next ban, of course. With Thatcher and Maverick taken off the board, you don't want the defenders to get overpowered. You're taking off Kaid. It's, of course, not the best of bans to go for if you are on the defense. But hey, the defending team will take out Mira. That's another very important operator. And just as Blackjack happened to talk about it, Mira has, in fact, been a very frequent banned operator coming back into the league. And just talking about it in general, even without the Pro League, Mira does happen to be such a potent operator, and that's why you want to take her out of the way. We'll be taking a quick look at the rosters right now as we happen to enter the lobby. People, Skipper, Firefly, definitely a noob, Cruzy, and Lusty Boy will be playing on the side of the attack from the side of Monkas. A little bit of a reunion for former teammates. Skipper and definitely a noob just stabbing themselves that partnership going. We'll be seeing what comes out of it. But meanwhile, on the other side, ESM happens to rock Hypertishi, Skid, Desmond, Dark Lord, and Super Saiyan. We saw this roster play out yesterday on the map of Villa. It was one hell of a match to witness, but let's see what they have to show today here on Oregon. Kids Doms is going to be the first side, and Baba, please take the mic away.
Thank you for that, Foxy. Round 1 will commence with the site being on second floor Kids Dorms. Talking about that operator pick itself, we will be able to see two of the SAS operators, Smoke and Mute. With him having the C4, denial of hard breach, and denial of information from the attackers' drones. They even have that information game to give them information to what exactly the attackers' push is going to be, or either to try to understand what kind of push that the attacker is going to go through. Because talking about this site itself, the only two, actually three positions where the attackers can push from, it would be in from the white stairs, also from the kids door, and also in the end the attic from in the attic in the second floor itself. As we proceed to the action phase, we'll be able to see what kind of push Monka S will be going as of now. Bringing in Skipper, he'll be able to bring in the ace. Having that hard breach is a must. They'll be bringing in two just to make sure that if one of them gets picked off quite early in the early games itself, since eSamurai Esports, so we'll be able to see one of them. That would be Desmond, currently in from the white stairs. Doesn't want to go too much of a deep roam. Actually, he is going to go for a roam here. Meanwhile, we see Skipper and Firefly, both of them in towards the trophy room. They're just prepping it out. They're just making sure that they will take out any necessary utilities, as the Mountain will be able to ping what kind of utilities they have. That is 2 ADS, 1 Mute Jammer, and also 1 Melusi Banshee deterrent for the attackers to take care of. Talking about that gunfight, Cruzy going to be in a good amount of damage at all. Cruzy tries to contest against them using that vertical lines of sight right from below, but the first frag is going to be from Skipper, taking out Super Saiyan, as a C4 will come in from Dark Lord, will not connect. Another C4 will come in from the Mute, does damage, but somehow survives. Firefly is one lucky player here in just 20 HP remaining. Just needs to figure out a way, knowing that Monka S is nearly in towards the side. They haven't opened up the wall just yet, and looks like the push will come in from Monka S. And that push is not going to be an advised push at all. Lusty Boy needs to open up the wall to make that line of sight, as the smokes will come in. Monty has to go for that push and needs to make sure that the smoke gas canisters will be removed.
Getting the bait out the canisters is definitely a wise move right now, but not so wise play from the side of Nomad. Will get taken out, just well punished. Dark Lord takes that frag very gladly. Getting to see the breach right beside him. He's going to move back and forth, but hey, Firefly is still alive and kicking. The Mountain definitely doing a lot of work. Look at this, definitely a noob cats off somebody on that rotation. Dark Lord goes down. Desmond, he's on the side. He's going to get Skipper, but as we have to move ahead, a 3 versus 2 is back into this establishment and make that a 3 versus... Actually, make that a 2 versus 2 now that we have Lusty Boy down. Firefly, solo on HP. The Mountain has got to make the push, but Hypertishi, he might be the playmaker here. He's going to find the Zofia. Oh no, he's oh boy, that almost went sideways for the man. Definitely a noob. Almost getting that frag for himself. Firefly, the only one left alive, the Mountain. He's got to fight against 2 defenders, which he'll fight with 1. It's a 1v1 essentially, people. Do not forget that. Lusty Boy, of course, is down, and that means a revive. Even if it comes in, it'll be too late. But are they going to go and stick for this? 10 seconds, Firefly. He's got to make a decision. Which one will it be, Firefly? Is that the plan that he's attempting, or will he go get the kill? This is really confusing as to what we happen to see right now. Hypertishi coming in close. He knows the plan has got to go down, but Firefly gets off of it at the right time and won't be able to get that. eSamurai Super played that perfectly well. Played that to the time. Will not let them walk away with the first round, and that was, in fact, Kids Doms coming out to be in the favor of eSamurai Esports. Very well played from the side of ESM, as we happen to enter the pause lobby just for a little bit, people, as we did see Desmond coming out with a little bit of a disconnect. This does happen to be a little bit of a to and fro that we do happen to see quite a bit. With the Rios not into play, it is most definitely just going to be a pause. So I hope it'll not take a whole lot of time. There we go. It's back, I believe, as as we'll have Eisen quickly check up on that as he happens to give us information and relay that back to us. I think I'll ask you a question, Baba Gusta. What do you think is happening into this match? The first things first, the Montaigne pick. We haven't seen that kind of play in quite a while. We haven't seen anybody just come out with that huge of an emphasis. And as I'm seeing right now on my screen, we're getting to see the second round, the Montaigne come out as well. So I think the emphasis from the side of Monka S on the Montaigne is most definitely something I was not expecting to see, at least not at this rate, not at this level. But I'm very happy to see that. Firefly, most definitely a very amazing player. You want to bring him out on any operator, he's going to do justice to that role. At least I can say that for now. But hey, coming back to this, it's not the best of starts for the Shadow Monkeys, at least in terms of the attack. They came awfully close, but just not enough. You want to make sure you're not putting all the weight on this one mountain that you have for yourselves. You want to make sure that it's distributed well, taken, just well distributed between your teammates. Having to make that to and fro between yourselves is what establishes that cohesion between your teammates as well. So heading into round two, Baba Gusta, what do you think will happen?
Well, talking about the way how Monka S pushed, they went in from the doors. They haven't opened up any particular walls using the hard breach, in which we did get to see the Hibana using her Excaros pellets to open up that line of sight. Although it was very late at that moment, Monka S had to make sure that they would go for the push and win. Unfortunately, they did not because of the number of smoke gas canisters and also the number of traps that the defenders have in their pockets. Didn't put Monka S in their favor. Now the site being on second floor basement laundry, there is a bit of hope here if they do their work right. And oh boy, what is happening here? Firefly starts to use his hip fire, but he's not in a good position itself. He's going to lose a lot of HP, but talking about his work, he's going to do that. But unfortunately, it's going to cost him his life. Cascade with the smoke gas canister is going to take out Firefly, and Lusty Boy in the hands of Desmond. Skipper tries to make some amends here by taking out Desmond with an refrag. Talking about that push though, it was ill-advised. But talking about the bright side of Monka S is that the smoke doesn't have the smoke gas canisters, which in fact would give the authority to go for a default plant in towards basement laundry, but still they need to be worried about 2C4 and the Valkyrie camps, which would give them numerous amount of information. Now the reinforcements will come in from basement laundry, which would force the smoke to be in that blue bunker. Now, the attacker will think that the current player would be in towards laundry itself, so if they do not clear that specific site, Cusked might be able to get more what he bargained for. But talking about it though, definitely no will be able to take out Dark Lord this time in towards Boiler. And just as I was talking about it, Cusked will be able to take out one more. That's going to be definitely taken care of. Skipper needs to be careful in multiple angles in which he will not win that fight against Hypertushi's SMG-11. And with it, Cruzy be the last man standing in towards the big tower stairs. Needs to be careful of Boiler, Blue, and also the last player who is hunkered down into us the site as well. Which is Banshee Deterrent giving away his position. Looks like all three attackers have eyes on him. One shotgun. Be able to deal major damage here for Cruzy. The SMG-11 shouldn't have any problems at taking out the last player on the side of Monka S. CSM Super not having any problems dealing with Monka S's style of attack, as they will be the one to win round 2 basement laundry. So we take a look at it in the instant replay. Round 3 will proceed, and not quite sure what exactly happened there from Monka S though. I mean, especially from Firefly. Although yes, I do, I do know that Firefly is considered to be the greatest Montaigne player. It's just that, the 3 smoke gas canisters were used to make sure that, the defenders would use all of their utilities. But he went all by himself. He didn't had any cover from the attackers. They just decided to just push in towards Blue, and unfortunately it didn't work out well in their favor. Who knows, maybe in round 3 it might go in the favor of Monka S, because the site is in first floor kitchen and dining. Talking about this site itself, there is a huge chance for Monka S to win this site. All they have to do is to get control of that vertical lines of sight, especially in towards the second floor kids and kids' dorms. The only difficult that they have to deal with is two roamers. Now, the only question is who will be those two roamers on the side of ESM? My guess would be Desmond or Desmond and Dark Lord, since Dark Lord has the Vulcan shields to give much more lines of sight and protection. Having that Vulcan shield and defending in second floor would be a good idea. Although it would be better to have some protection in the site itself, so that if the attackers do decide to go aggressive and try to force the defenders to put themselves in a post-plan situation, it would not be a good idea at all. So with the action phase coming into play, we're about to proceed to round 3. 0-2 is the scoreline, favoring the side of ESM Super.
That is, of course, the scoreline 0-2, and quite interestingly so, ESM Super has come out with quite a performance in the beginning, if you'd ask me. That defensive round that they've been able to put on board is beautifully well done, and just the way we happen to see this, Oregon is, of course, a defender-favored map. So as we happen to move ahead from here, I think we'll be getting to see more of ESM just coming up with these beautiful defensive rounds. But let's see if Monka has a fight for them or not. Super Saiyan just coming in with some prep works right now. I think that is exactly what the entirety of the team is doing from the side of ESM. They've, of course, come up with one of these sites that is not so ordinary. You don't get to see this site come up with, not a whole lot of success rates, at least not so far. Let's see if that happens to change today or not. Definitely no. Still on the drones. They're getting some more information. Of course, the clock is ticking down, and the attackers really need to put the pedal on the metal. Let's see what happens as we happen to go ahead from your Cruzy, making his way from the side of the garage. While meanwhile, you happen to see the side of the defenders. You don't get to see that aggressive push coming in. But wait a minute, this one might be onto something. He's watching somebody coming in from the side of the attic. That is, of course, the top floor hole that they are trying to stay strong on, and they will. Desmond finds definitely a noob. That's the first frag in for the side of the defense, and that's in fact all they needed. But wait a minute, look at that counter peek coming in from the attackers. That's Firefly. He's going to be getting that frag, and the nade comes in. Skipper almost getting all right. That was very comical. Firefly almost blowing his teammate up. Won't be in to see that, at least not yet. Smokes come out. Desmond is well on his double. He's found somebody upstairs, people. But Firefly will make sure he gets his own Kuska on the refly on the Cruzy. Gets become a 2 versus 3. That Firefly is looking to find more kills, but he won't be able to. Desmond finds his triple. This is quite the frag frenzy coming in from both the sides of these teams, and there you go. The cleanup comes in. E-Samurai Super will not be stopping. They've been relentless. Round 3 goes to them as well, as we happen to see them mount on this amazing high horse that they've climbed upon, and they just want to keep pushing it. Beautifully well played, as we'll be headed to round 4. Let's see what happens.
Well, not looking too good here for Monka S, and just as I recall from the previous season itself, they weren't in a good lead at all. Although they did make sure that they would stay in Division 1, they could not try to compete against the best of the best in Division 1. With round 4 coming into play, the site for Monka S to attack will be in second floor kids dorms yet again. It will be a same operator picks, except for definitely a no, which in fact will go for that 6 pick, switching to the Zofia. So second floor kids dorms shouldn't be much of a difficulty coming in. Although Monka S were the one who ban both Maverick and Kaid, that means they have to deal with either a mute jammers or the bandit charges to make sure that they will be able to open up the walls either in towards the attic or on the second floor kids dorms. Now, just as I recall from the first round itself, we didn't get to see Monka as successfully opening up the walls in at least in the early rounds or at the main rounds itself. We did get to see them opening up the walls in the late round, where Firefly only had 15 seconds left, and he was left with either two decisions: either go for the frag or try to go for the revive and then make sure that they would go for a plant. Unfortunately, he could not, because there was a Melusi's Banshee deterrent placed in at the side of Kid's Storm, not even letting him push, not even letting him go aggressive against the attackers. So with that, action phase will proceed. And talking about second floor kids dorm, I believe Monka S knew what their problem was, so I believe they will start off their work by trying to gain the control of second floor kids. They even have Firefly holding up the main stairs, actually from the main entrance. So all they have to do is try to get control in towards classroom. in which definitely no will be able to drone it out, give them good amount of information, and with it they will give them confirmation saying that there isn't any rumors on the side of ESM Super. Although Desmond's killing spree is highly crucial there. If Monka S eliminates or gets an early 2 to 3 frags, actually 1 or 2 early kills, it would be beneficial for Monka S to make sure that they'll be able to get the control onto the side as best as possible. Although some of the soft breach would be necessary because you would need it to take out the Melusi's Banshee deterrent, looks like they are still stuck in a particular position here. Monka S not going for a big tower wall breach, but Firefly to be able to see one as of now, because Kid really needs to be careful though, because if he just peeks one time, and if the Iana tries to win that gunfight, all of that 3 smoke gas canisters, which would be used in the late round, will be void and would put Monka is in a very difficult spot. Now, the Exkyros will come in play to give them line of sight, but only prone. I'm just quite surprised as to how Monka S is currently doing as of now. But talking about the 50 seconds left here, Monka S is going for a push and looks like Cruzy might be able to make some here by taking out Desmond.
He might just be able to, just as we happen to move forward from here. The refrag comes right back in with no time. In fact, we happen to look at this 30 seconds and counting down from here. Let's see what happens. Smoke's coming out from the side of Skipper. That is, of course, from the side of the main window. But wait a minute, definitely Ruby's made his way on the side. There's no contest whatsoever. He's going to find the first frag on the side. That'll be towards the side of the attic. Hypotichi goes down Super Saiyan on the refrag, back on his gun, and back into this effect. 3 versus 3, 20 seconds left. Still, we could see this round go anywhere. Skipper, he's taking so much damage. He's made his way inside through the main window. How is this allowed? We're still going to see Firefly stick the plan. The C4s come out from below, but that's just up to nothing. It really amounts to nothing. You got the postman situation being kicked up. Skipper gets the first frag. We've still got Dark Lord remaining, and in fact, only Dark Lord remaining, as we happen to see another one of ESM's defender go down on the side. This, of course, might be that little dent in the momentum that Monka has needed to put for the side of ESM. In a 3 versus 1, it's looking highly unlikely for the side of Dark Lord to just come in with the clutch. 20 seconds, it's going to be more than enough time for the attackers to take advantage of the situation. They're just watching every single angle that they possibly can. And this is looking like a very secured and a very safe round for Monka S. They'll still be getting one frag. That is, of course, Dark Lord getting one of them. But there's just no time left. It's very evident that Monka S walks away with this one. A little bit of a to and fro does come in. Dark Lord does get that second frag. He's going for the counter defuse, but it's just up to no use. Monkas will make sure they prevail on round 4. They get that final first round in, and this might just be an opening to a possible fight, a possible invitation to a comeback is what might be the case. It's, of course, the first half, and this is, of course, the start of this match. Anything could happen as we happen to move ahead from here. 3-1 is indeed the scoreline, and like I said, that momentum dent for the side of ESM is what Monka has needed, and they've got it. Let's see what they do after taking it from here, though. Baba Gusta, simple question to you, in fact. Where do you think this is going? Do you think that with the rusty start that Monka has brought out, that the roster change is affecting them a little bit too much? Or do you think ESM has just come out with a better play so far?
Well, this is just the first attack phase here for Monka S to win second floor Kids Dom. Although I wouldn't say that it went well, especially in the post-run situation itself. Dark Lord almost did converted himself from a 1v4 into a 1v2, but didn't get the last player because when it comes to a post-plan situation, you need at least a total of 6 seconds to go for that defuse. And since you're the only operator left, it's not an easy job to do it. Talking about Monka S though, since the site will be on second floor Kids Doms again, I believe Kid, interestingly enough, will try to make some vertical lines of sight right from below. Maybe to try to contest the players from the hallways of freezer and server room, or maybe try to gain some momentum here. Talking about Desmond though, he will be reinforcing the walls in towards the attic, place some ADSs from that deployable shield, and with it they'll just slowly make their way in towards the site. Now talking about Monka S though, they were not in a good start. They did win one of their attack rounds in round 4, And talking about the attackers itself here, Monka S only has one hard breach operator. That would be the Hibana. Don't have any particular operator who has a hard breach charge. So if Samurai Super, I mean, talking about the way how they're playing as of now, we don't see them going for either a run out or a spawn peak. But Skipper might be onto something here. Here's the Valkyrie camps being thrown out, and that is going to cost him a lot here. Skipper being detected, and he doesn't know exactly where it is. Well, he'll be able to look out right from behind him just to say hello. You've been bamboozled. Takes out the Valk scam and forces the Valkyrie to stay in towards the site, which would force and try to box Samurai Super in towards the site itself. Although Monka S has been very careful into situations like these. And yeah, no runouts, no spawn peaks from ESM. They're just waiting for the attackers to make their plays. Flashbangs will come in, so does the crack grenade. Will it connect? It will take out the deployable shield, but still no damage has been done to any of the operators as of now. 1 minute 30 seconds left for Monka S to make their play. It looks like they have a lot of problems dealing with the mute jammers. They won't be, because the Ashes breaching charge or the impact which will be able to open it out. The Iana's Gemini replicator will be destroyed as well, which would deny some information in towards the attic and the white stairs, but that would give them the information from the kids itself, especially from the closed breach where Desmond, not really in a good HP at all, but he'll be able to get Firefly right from second floor trophy. Pre-fires will come in. He'll be forced to reload as of now. And with that reload animation, they'll be able to hear that sound at all. But Cuskid is here for the rescue, taking out Lusty Boy, putting it in a 3v5, 47 seconds up for Monka has to make their pay. Looks like they've already lost 2 of them.
Beautifully well played from Desmond and his teammate. That look at that coordination coming in from them, but not for long. Zofia is going to get one. Is she onto another? That's of course definitely a no. But wait a minute, I think the scramble is coming from the side of the defense. They're falling it apart a little bit too quickly. Dark Lord takes this very ballsy play, happens to move close to the breach and move close to the diffuser. This might just be the playmaker right here, people. The Valkyrie, all eyes on her right now. The push-up is coming in from the side of the attack. They're anticipating this, and he's gonna go down. That's not the best of plays to make happen. 10 seconds left, and the push has got to come in. The plan has got to go off. But wait a minute, here's Super Saiyan. He's gonna get one, and that will be more than enough for him to put this into his account, or in fact for his team's account. 2 seconds, no plant, and that's it, people. The cleanup is here. Samurai Esports, we're in round 5. Monka S stood no chance coming into towards the end of this round here. We saw some really good stuff come out from Desmond and his teammate Cuskid. Of course, that little partnership between them is what we got to see come out near the side of the breach. Beautifully well done. And if you would ask me, that little change up that came out from Dark Lord, how he happened to go aggressive over there to the side of the breach, that was just very well not expected from the side of the attack. I believe they just happened to walk into that. But once that little piece of information came around, we did see the Hibana make her way towards getting that frag. Nevertheless, it was still an amazing round for the side of ESM to walk away with. And I think they're not looking to stop. They're looking to make that advantage even more further cemented into the ground right now. That's what I'm getting to see from them. Laundry room and supply room is going to be the site. We're headed to round 6, the last round before the role swap. Let's see what happens here, because this round is, I wouldn't say it'll come out to be a decider. It is very definitely in the lead for ESM Super over here. So I think they're trying to make amends as to how the match went down yesterday for them. But just as we happen to move ahead into this points table, it most definitely will come down to the round differential that you're able to score for yourself as well. And that's exactly what happens to really. Just happens to hype up the stakes in Division 1. Just happens to hype me up, at least. That cutthroat competition is what I love to see. And that's what the division, that's what this division happens to offer. We'll be underway with round 6. Prep phase done and dusted. We've got the action phase coming in. Let's see if ESM is able to secure this one as well and walk into the second half with a definitive lead or not. Round 6 is underway.
Well, talking about that previous round itself, Monka S, they didn't had Ash trying to take out that Melusi's Banshee deterrent. It would have been advised to try to be in the first floor itself, remove the Banshee deterrent so that they'll be able to push aggressively and eliminate the players on the side of ESM Super. Still, the Banshee deterrent being so alive and it is so crucial for ESM in the late rounds itself is holding Monka S back. This isn't the first time that Monka S has lost to a Banshee Deterrent. This is the third time that they're losing just because they made a late opening of the Excaros pellets to open up the walls on second floor kids dorms and also in towards attic, in which no one is actually pushing in towards attic at all. It's just one particular push, no distractions being made, and Monka S is just trying to challenge the gunfight against ESM Super, in which one of them still works, but they still have to be careful about the repeats and also, as I would like to call it, as the refrags. If they provide some distractions, try to eliminate as much utility as possible, maybe Monka S still has a chance. But if he ESM Super though wins one more defensive round, all they need is just 2 rounds of attack wins, and they will be on their way to be in a good spot here. Talking about the standing is itself, Samurai Super, they lost one of their rounds, which would put them in a very difficult spot here, -4. But focusing into the match as of now, Kuskid will be able to throw his smoke grenades, and so does the kill from Desmond, taking out Lusty Boy. Putting in a 4v5, needs to be careful in towards the freezer as well, in which Dark Lord is still holding that specific position. The shotgun from long range is going to down and confirm the kill, taking out definitely a noob. But instant refrag will come in from Skipper, taking out Hyper Tushy. The damage been done. And ESM Super is so close to getting those kills. Skipper tries to go for that jiggle peek to give him viable information. He'll be able to find one, but still survives. Puts in a very low HP here. And Dark Lord decides to prep the C4. All he needs to do is to wait for the footsteps to arrive, but he won't. He'll just decide to use it anyway. Here comes a shot in yet again from Tuske, taking out Firefly. 2v4, in which two of those players are pushing in towards the freezer, and Smoke accidentally throws his smoke gas canisters from his deployable shield. You don't have to worry about it. Dark Lord is still here to take out Skipper. And with that, Cruzy will be the last player standing in towards the freezer itself. Cruzy will be able to get 2 more kills to try to make some amends, but unfortunately, he won't be able to do anything after that. ESM Super, very strong on defense. Will be able to end the first half, putting them in a score of 5-1 against Monka S. And with that, we'll be able to proceed to the second half. Round 7 will proceed, where Monka S will be on defense. The site for Samurai Super to make their play will be on second floor kids Dom's mains hall. Looks like Monka S is in a very difficult path.
That's exactly what it looks like right now. Monkas, they've definitely put in the work that they needed for this match, but it's not looking like they've been able to execute it properly. So far, it's been a lackluster performance from them. 1-5 is not scoreline you would expect into a Monka S match, knowing that both these teams happen to go way long back, just the way these players happen to play as well. So look at the scoreboard as well. Desmond on 7. We've got Hypertissue on the follow-up with 5, 5, and 5. That'll be Dark Lord and Cascade as well. Super Saiyan on to 4. Very well distributed, even on the other side, if you think about it. Of course, the numbers are just not as contrasted as on the other side, because Monkas have not really put too many rounds on board. But at the same time, the distribution is still somewhat even. And that has been the case. We're getting to see all of these players just come out with their own little places, own little plays to make. Yes, that is what has been putting them up and this little fight for themselves. Round 7 is underway, and with the second half into effect, I think my answer will come out to be into this second half is where we happen to see so many things go down in the first half and just take a complete different turn into the second half. And that might just be the case. Monkas are on defense now. If they want to make sure they get this comeback on, they might just be able to do it. It'll be all the while more difficult, though, for sure. Samurai Super is not a team you want to be taking out for a ride or for a joke, for that matter. Walking into this match, let's see what happens, especially on the round 7. That is underway. Firefly has still got him playing on the bottom stairs. There's, of course, going to be a little bit of room that is coming in from the Jaeger. He knows that there is somebody outside. Of course, there will be, because this happens to come out to be one of those places where you can cut off rotations quite easily and just from outside the map as well. Roam plays from multiple people coming in here. And wait a minute, the first kill comes in from definitely a noob. And that was, of course, your defender. And here's the second one as well. Monka is really going crazy already in the beginning. Firefly picks off another. Desmond will not be alive anymore. Cascade, Dark Lord, and Super Sage, and the only ones left alive as we happen to hit the 20-second mark. Excuse me, 2-minute mark. Not sure what happened to go wrong with my number calculations over there, but here you go. Definitely, on the double is going to find one more. Super Sage, he did find Lusty before he happened to go down. And that is, of course, we come down to Dark Lord and the Ace to come down and fight against it. Dark Lord gets the refrag on it. Definitely, he's looking for the beast. Looking to find Firefly over here. The flash comes in. Firefly, he's blinded out of his mind. Dark Lord, he's anticipating somebody here, but he does not know where this player is. Now he does. And there you go. The kill will follow up. Very well played from Dark Lord. Just happened to be the solo man on the mission. Did the job. Skipper and Cruzy, the only ones left alive with 1 minute 20 seconds left. Let's see what happens, because this is looking like a lost cause in a 2 versus 2. Not sure where this is going.
Lost cause, but still hope for Monka S to win it. Although the Blackbeard is still on full HP, has 2 of his rifle shields still alive. Still trying to take out that mute jammer to open up that line of sight here. And Dark Lord, the power of DMR, he would be able to find it. The only problem is they don't have any information via the drones. A Selma Breeze charge, a really good way to try to take out the mute jammers. And I believe that should be the way to go. He'll be able to push in from the trophy to open up that line of sight. But is he though? Because talking about the time itself, he only has 35 seconds for him to make it right, and even the second floor kids window will be open. Proximity mine will be able to detect one of the players. That is going to be Dark Lord pushing in from the white stairs, and the C4 will be able to take out the rifle shield. He has yet another one. But looks like ESM Super needs to make a play here. Smoke gas canisters to deny the push in towards the second floor kids. No, looks like Dark Lord is already in towards the stride, trying to get for total 1 or 2 kills. Talking about that huge number of kills, going to be Dark Lord getting a triple kill and the shotgun in the end. On the hands of Skipper to take out Dark Lord. Monka S will still be in the fight yet again, ladies and gentlemen. They'll be able to win round 7. Second floor kids dome as we take a look at it in the instant replay. Round 8 will proceed, and the next site for ESM Super to be attacking will be on basement laundry and supply room. What a way to get that clutch. I mean, thanks to Skipper though. If he did not make that clutch, Monka S wouldn't have a fighting chance to get back in the game. But they have a long way to go here. Basement laundry will be the site, and Dark Lord still bringing in the Blackbeard. The DMR in hand. Let's see what kind of chaos does E-Samurai Super will bring in.
Protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Well, we'll be able to proceed to round 8, where the site will be in basement laundry and supply room. Talking about that defensive hold, though, it shouldn't be much of a problem for ESM to hold as of now. It's just that there were some gunfights where ESM Super did push themselves in a 2v2 situation. And talking about the first half itself, did not bring the Blackbeard in the hands of Monka S. But talking about round 8 itself, it will be a good round itself, unless and until E-Samurai Super has something to answer for.
That is, of course, going to be something that we'll be looking forward to. See if that does get cracked or not. Monka S have been having their to and fro's, let's be honest here. But just as we happen to go ahead, will Monka S be able to make that huge take this just take this whole excuse me there, just being able to take this entire match for themselves? Of course, it will be a huge amount of a comeback. That is, of course, if they want to be making one. But let's see if, as we happen to go ahead, what will be happening. Firefly making his way around here and there. He's not got a whole lot happening, at least not enough work being done. We've still got Skipper playing on the side of the shield. We've still got a whole lot to cut through. They happen to move ahead. Firefly, quick rotations, and that's just that roam play coming in. But wait a minute, somebody is on the side of the main stairs, and that is, of course, towards the side of the big towers. Where is this aggression coming out from? Definitely a noob, of course. You want to be taking these fights. This guy is most definitely amazing with the ones he takes. And look at that. Look at that click on the headshot. Cascade will be going down. Not be influencing the round anymore. Of course, not after what just happened. But as we do happen to move ahead, things will get clearer. And there you go. The refract back into play. That is Hypertushi on the Ash. He's going to get that quick refract quickly enough for his team. But you still got Firefly playing on the side of garages. Got a nice drone to watch the flank. So far, so good in terms of how ESM is looking to make this push happen. They've definitely lost a very important operator with nobody to watch flanks on. Tusked will be the man who's gone down. No more air jabs that'll be coming in from him. That is, of course, a very important tool when you want to be keeping the defenders at bay, especially with the flanks that might be anticipated. And that is definitely something I'm expecting the side of the defense to do. But with a minute left, anything could happen here. Let's see what will turn out to be in this 4 versus 4. Who's going to be able to take advantage? Will we see Monka make this mount, or Samurai Esports get match point?
Talking about the time itself here, Samurai Super still has 1 minute to go, and Firefly will be able to deal some major damage here. 2 kills for him as Hypertushi gets his as well, taking out Lusty Boy. And again, Samurai Esports is in a 2v3 situation. The push will come in, giving him his direction. No major damage to Skipper. So he'll proceed to use his smoke gas canisters, but it is far away. He could be able to go for an aggressive peek here. But looks like Hypertushi is losing a lot of time. He needs to get that default plant. Actually, he needs to get for that diffuser so that he can be able to push in towards the laundry. Skipper will be able to use yet another smoke gas canister, and Hypertushi figure out a solution here. Triple kill for him, taking out Skipper, and with it, he'll be able to down one more and get a confirmation here. Cruzy with another kill, and with it, Firefly will be the last man standing. Will be dropping in towards the hatch, but Dark Lord will be able to end that situation here. ESM Super will be the one to win gloriously in round 8 basement laundry, and with it, ladies and gentlemen, Samurai Super will be in match point 6-2 in favor of ESM Super. Talking about Monka S, it was a good attempt, especially from Firefly, eliminating 2 of the players in towards the meeting room. But unfortunately, he could not get the other kills, and with it, they are in a very difficult spot here. Basement laundry and supply room will be the site yet again. Let's see whether Monka S will survive a total of 4 rounds in a row.
That's what we have to see. The match point does happen to go to ESM. They took a while, but they finally got it. As we happen to go ahead, let's see what things will come out to change and what things will come out to take into place here. But as we happen to move ahead, 40 seconds left. 40 seconds into the prep phase. Somehow does happen to get my eye directly towards a timer. You know, it's been something that I feel like teams do not pay enough attention to. As I always have my eyes on timer. Hey, you've only got this much time left. Why is there no headway happen with the attackers? Why is there no prep phase happening with the side of the defenders? What is going on and whatnot? So many things that I'm sure went over everybody's head right now. But coming back to something I wanted to talk about is Monka, as they're definitely looking very rusty. If you'd ask me as to what you would expect them to play, I mean, if you'd ask me, it does come back to the old trio. Is that am I getting things right here? It's a little bit of confusion. No, I think I am. Definitely new Firefly and Skipper do go way back, if you'd ask me, in terms of teammates and whatnot. So coming back to this, I think the try is not working out anymore. More importantly, the little change up in the pace that they've got for themselves, of course, with a man like Jora not being an active member of the team anymore, it does come out to multiple effects that the team has taken a beating for. And right now, we don't even see Buckinator come out to play. So I think Ishan could have come out and just lent his hand a little bit here. The scoreline would have looked a little better, maybe. Not sure. It's just not so Monka-esque of a match. That's all I'm trying to point out here. Not trying to put down any of these players here. Everybody in this lobby is an amazing player in their own rights. I'm nobody to deny that, of course. Let's see what happens, though. Speaking of these amazing players, what they can make out of it. But one thing nobody will be able to take away from ESM is how amazing that they've been playing today. 6-2 on a Division 1 match. It's just amazing, man. Even if you're able to walk away with this 7-2 scoreline, that will be a boasting scoreline for yourselves, of course. Of course, if you're not a Union Gaming, because they've picked up way better scorelines. So we'll talk about that later. Somehow I do come back to talk about them because they've pulled out quite the feat, if you'd ask me, coming back into the few seasons. Tusker this time around looking to not die, maybe. He's picking up a fight already. Oh boy, that was not the best of things to be doing. Pre-fire could have worked. Firefly happens to walk away with a kill of his own with the pre-fire that he brought in. But definitely Anu might be onto something. The wall bang that he might make. Oh, the wall bang is coming in, but just a millimeter above the head. Super Saiyan barely alive and not anymore. Look at that. Two graves dug out at once. That'll be the Nomad and the Ace taken down at the same spot. ESM Super not feeling the heat right now, or are they? Hyperdushi with a quick refrag. Lusty Boy will make sure he shuts down Desmond. Oh, Dark Lord, he spotted somebody on the shotgun. Oh, oh no, that was such a comical finish as to what you usually get to see. Then General Skipper, he waited for Dark Lord to just come around the corner, and I'm not sure how Dark Lord happened to engage on that fight. There's no way he wins that at that range, right? You've still got the Blackbeard. I mean, a lucky shot could come in here and there, but with the shotgun at that range, with the shield that the smoke has for himself, I think Dark Lord keeps forgetting that the rifle shield is not too powerful. But then again, I don't blame him. The man definitely had something to, some information to go towards and make that push happen. So that's all accounted for, and nothing. Nobody will be taking that away from him. But as we happen to go ahead, what Monk S has took away from him is the fact that they've put another round on board, and we're only 3 rounds away from an equalizer. That's of course the equalizer. If it does come in, we'll be headed to overtime. But right now, the main question is, can ESM make it through the match point? Have they got what it takes to win this match? 6-3 is the score, and will be underway with round 10, and the match point still in the favor of ESM.
I mean, in the previous round, if it was Operation Red Crow, then that means the Blackbeard would have won that gunfight against the smoke. But since
Oh
of his
boy.
huge number of nerfs, I mean, I still remember, Blackbeard's rifle shield HP used to be around 1,000, I believe. 1,000.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 1,000. Then it was reduced to 500, and then it was reduced to I believe now its current HP of the rifle shield is at 100, I believe. Both two of those rifle shields, so you'll be able to dodge one bullet of the defenders, but unfortunately not entirely.
That is true though. I'll have to agree with you, Baba. Those we go back to those old days of so many operators just in their rawest forms. Blackbeard being one of them, Ella being one of them, Lion being one of them. These names. I'm sure everybody must be having some not so pleasant flashbacks, knowing how these operators were into the beginning of them being introduced into the game. So I'm really glad on that note. Just a side note, taking a moment to appreciate the fact that now we've got a more balanced array of operators to work with right now. So it's a little more better outlook towards the competitiveness of this match and of this game entirely. Let's be honest here. Coming back, Hyperdushi making his way in, and we've got a whole lot happening, if you'd ask me, because he's making his way over here to the side of the bedroom along with his teammate and his friend Super Sage. Will be making the breach happen soon enough. Of course, they need to make sure everything's been accounted for. There you go. The Selma breaches will come in from the Ace. He happens to make sure he's trying to fool somebody, or is he trying to get the mute shots done and dusted? That's exactly, I think, what the call out was made for. But Desmond, oh, he's expecting somebody from the side of Zulu. There will be one. He's not expecting Malusi coming in from the basement stairs though. Quite the room play, and definitely a noob walks away with the freebie once again. Very well played. Definitely a noob does not fail to disappoint, man. It's come out to be the best of gun plays. Just the right place at the right time. Knows exactly how to play this game. Very well played. Will be. He's also fallen back and just in the safety of the basement, not wanting to re-engage. But Hyperdushi and Desmond happen to cross paths again. That is, of course, teammates. Desmond will get that shutdown onto Firefly that was coming around the side of Zulu. But as we happen to move towards the 1-minute mark, it's still a 4 versus 4. And let's see what happens.
Breach opened from ESM Super, which means they are ready to go for a push. But they have to worry about the rumors here. Definitely a noob in towards White Stairs as Hyperdushi is prepped and ready with the push. It looks like Dark Lord might be able to take out one more. That is Cruzy taken care of. And Monka S is in a very difficult spot here again. Dark Lord still holding the angle in towards the connector window. Smoke gas canisters will come in. So does the concussion to give him information. The pings will come in as well. Either they are left with the decision to take it out or try to disable it with the use of Twitch shock drones. It would be a good idea to do that, but looks like Hyperdushi, oh boy, not a good idea at all. The breach charge gets caught from the ADS as Dark Lord trying to contest. Will be able to win that gunfight, taking out definitely a noob, and also Skipper on the other hand, which leaves Super Saiyan in a 1v4 situation, but unfortunately, he won't be able to do anything at all. ESM Super will be able to win round 10 second floor kids dorms and also a victory against Team Monka S. 7-3 is the score line. For a minute there, I thought they were for a minute there, I thought, Monka S was about to go for a comeback. That comeback kind of reminded me of the first comeback match of Vector Sports versus Team Never Diamonds. Oh boy, that was way back when the entire roster of Vector Sports was there. And guess what? The map was on Oregon, in which they were in a very difficult spot, but they did somehow forced them to put in self on overtime, and then they won the match. I thought it was going to be a repeat of what exactly happened, but unfortunately it did not. And with it, so ESM Super will be able to win against Monka as 7-3. But for now, we just has to go for a highlights of relive the moment, talk about the entire round of what exactly happened, and also talk about what we are talking about. So without further ado, we'll be able to head on into relive the moment as I give the mic back to Jack. Sorry, Foxy.
Really loving the new rebrand. It's okay. That's totally all right. Being I don't mind being called. It's that little lapse of words being found here and there does happen quite a bit. Don't really blame you. There we go. I'm back. It's just a little technical difficulty from my side, but as I was saying, that's totally okay, Baba. As we happen to come back into this little reliving the moment area where we have these highlights running on our screens right now, it is very evident that ESM played that really well. Let's be honest here. 7-3 is not a scoreline you get to see every single day when it comes to a Division 1 match. That's just it. So many things happening at once. I think Monkas was just not able to keep their calm, not able to keep their composure, if you'd ask me. And that's just the first part of it. As we happen to see on our screens right now, the attempt from Dark Lord, and in fact, he was the MVP as well. So Dark Lord once again setting himself up for getting that sweet SSD. But it's going to be one hell of a job if you want to pull that off in Division 1. Everybody out here just looking for heads, looking to get that SSD for themselves. Of course, the MVP reward is what I'm talking about. For anybody who does not know, the MVP award for everybody, not for everybody, but for the most valued player of each season from each division is a WD Black SSD. That's right. The MVP for each season does get one of those, and they can walk away with faster time with loading into their PCs. Of course, playing this game and enjoying it a little bit more. But coming back to something that I wanted to talk about once again is ESM Super just coming out with the best of plays. They really did not come out with something too flashy. They just played their strengths, and I think that's what you want to be doing, especially when you're facing off against a team that is good with coordination, that has been playing from a long time, and that is a little rusty today. Of course, I am talking about Monka S. I was expecting to see a little bit more than what I got to see from them today, but I think I don't know if I might just be I might be sounding like a hypocrite over here, but it's just fun to watch QB, Ishan, Jora come out with that trio. Happen to get guided by Firefly, where we have Cruzy and Lusty Boy coming in here and there. That Monkas was a little different. I think with the change in the rosters, they're taking a little bit of time to just readjust to the pacing that's been changed very quickly. And if you'd ask me, I miss QB, man.
I mean, me too. I miss QB a lot because he was the one who's making some incredible plays with the Amaru. And also there was actually a match in the previous seasons where they did defeat Union Gaming, and that was that was huge there for Monka S. But looks like they are a bit off the edge. But for now, that would be the end of the first match itself. ESM Super versus Monka S. Don't worry, we're going to take a short break here, as we'll be right back with the second match, Virtual 5 Esports versus Demus Force. So for now, we're just going to take a short break, and we'll see you in the next match.
We head for the sky, it's alright. Our wings wouldn't fly, it's alright. If we are crashing down again, pieces of love, it's alright. Scattered in mud, it's alright. You're giving me a lie again. And tell me what you want, this time I won't take it to the heart. Cause I know we won't make it out, I've heard it all before. Yeah, tell me what you want, let me hear that I'm the only one. You know that we won't make it out, we've heard it all before. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright, so let's move on. 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 We head for the sky, it's alright. Our wings wouldn't fly, it's alright. If we are crashing down again, pieces of love, it's alright. Scattered in mud, it's alright. You're giving me a lie again. And tell me what you want, this time I won't take it to the heart. Cause I know we won't make it out, I've heard it all before. Yeah, tell me what you want, let me hear that I'm the only one. You know that we won't make it out, we've heard it all before. It's alright. Hey! It's alright.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the WD BLACK, the Esports Club Pro League for Rainbow Six Siege, supported by Ubisoft in association with Booyah, our broadcast partner. That's right. I'm your host, Foxtrot. Joining me is my co-host, Baba Gusta, and our admin Eisen. We are here witnessing the second match in the second day of Division 1 in Season 5. That's right. We'll be witnessing Virtual 5 Esports play against Demas Force. And let me tell you, people, this comes off in a very, very interesting turn of events in terms of the map choice. That's right. After a long time, we'll be back to theme park. It's going to be an interesting outlook as to what happens in this one, as we happen to go right into the match. Not wasting any more time, let's get into the action, people. Demas Force and Virtual 5 on your screens right now. Joining them in the ban phase, of course, will be this match that I think we'll be interested to look forward to as to what will come out from both these teams. Of course, they've been here for quite a while, both of them. Just the way we happen to see them play out in Division 1, V5 and Demas Force will be looking to put those points on board tonight. Will be the one, will be getting the better of each other. That's what we are here to find out. Ban phase is underway. 2 bans already done and dusted. Quickly enough, if you'd ask me. Thatcher and Jackal, just the standard stuff you want to get taken off the board, especially when it comes to stuff like this. Is just the ambulance going off in the distance. I'll give off my mic to Baba Gusta.
Well, talking about the next 2 defender bans on the side of Demas Force, it will be the Kaid being banned on the side of DF. Although most of the time when you see a Thatcher ban from the same team, they would go for a Kaid ban, but looks like Demas Force have decided to do their honors of banning Kaid first, which that means Virtual 5 has the decision to ban whichever they want, and that means they'll be able to ban the Valkyrie instead. So this will be the ban phase for map theme park. Jackal, Thatcher, Jackal, Kaid, and Valkyrie will be the ones who won't be able to play in map theme park. So let's introduce the rosters on the side of Team Demas Force. We have Asterix, Sniper Want, Candy, Levi, Neckshot, and Tsushima Goat. And on the side of Virtual 5 Esports, you have your average R6 player Shrisha, Nippon, Dope Pope, Exter, and Kurosaki. As we proceed to the first round, the site will be in first floor armory and throne room. Now, since talking about map theme park, the most the site where most of the time defenders would win would be around the armory and throne room, especially when you have good amount of breach denial, which would mean the bandit being in play, the Kaid, and also the mute jammers. Since one of those will be banned, and talking about the ban phase itself, we don't see any any hard breacher bans coming in from either of these teams. Not a Hibana ban, not a Maverick, not even the Ace and the Thermite. So it looks like Demon's Force has an entire hard breach operator to be playing. It looks like they'll be able to bring in the Maverick and the Ace for now. Talking about the defenders, though, we have Dopo bringing in the Bandit. The Bandit charges will be able to halt their pushes for a bit. And talking about the others here, we will see Extra bringing in the Vigil. We also have the Mozzie with some of the denial from the attackers' drones. Let's just head on into the action phase itself, whereas Shrisha be holding an angle in towards right in towards the pool table, as I like to call it, the push. Although from Sniper One Candy, always bringing in the Blackbeard, which is in fact a very dangerous operator for Virtual 5 to go up against. Looks like Shrisha is prepped and ready for whatever opportunity that they have to go from. But here comes the first frag here. Tsushima goes on the roll, taking out Kurosaki, puts it in a 5v4, and an instant refrag will come in, and it's going to be Exter putting it in a good refrag here, 4-4. 2 minutes already in the early rounds. We see both of the players from DF and Virtual 5 taking out both the Ash and the Jaeger. That is the fragger taken off, and it is still on high here. Talking about the attackers here, they're slowly making their way in towards the lab as soon as the toilets as well. But Shrisha might have an angle around if he gets that perfect information. A good amount of distractions been coming in from the Vigil's K1A, which would distract and also focus their attention in towards the upper arcade. Looks like Exter has decided to fall back and hold his angle in towards Battle Room. Good idea, because most of the pushes that you do get to see from the attackers are either would be in towards the barrel or from the maintenance room. Levi needs to be careful around, and talking about the time itself, not a lot. A lot of pre-fast coming in from Levi, but it's not going to work to no effect. But it's going to work out as of now. This time taking out Shrisha, and with a texture, the one holding in towards the barrel. Talking about good amount of drone was being destroyed here. I just heard the mute jammers being destroyed by the use of that vertical lines of sight. I believe it's just I don't have that perfect clearance as of yet, but I believe the grenade will be able to take out yet another bandit charge. And look at the time itself, 50 seconds left. A good shot from Extra that would down Asterix, and also sad to say that Zofia doesn't have her withstand ability, so he needs to rely his teammates to go for that revive. Now next shot, we have to go for the push, and so does the Blackbeard, in which next shot doesn't have any problems dealing with it. Be able to revive Asterix a total of 10 HP as of now. 4v2, Virtual 5 in a very bad spot, and that will increase a lot here. Levi taking one, but the diffuser's been dropped. 20 seconds left. All he has to do is to distract the opposition team, and a shot from the hip fire. What was that? Beautiful shot, but in the end, it's going to be the Blackbeard taking out Dopo, but Demon's Force will be able to win. Round 1, first floor armory and throne room. As we take a look at it in the instant replay, round 2 will proceed, and oh boy, that hip fire taking out the player who was pushing in towards the armory, that I did not expect. Still, there was a glimpse of hope for Virtual 5 Esports to successfully defend, but unfortunately they could not. As we proceed to round 2, armory and throne room will be the side yet again, and let's see if Team Virtual 5 Esports will be able to defend this side yet again.
That's what we're here and ready to find out, if you'd ask me. That was one hell of a first round coming in, just very aggressive from the side of Demon's Force. Usually we see Theme Park being taken away from the side of the defenders. Of course, it is a very highly defender-favored map. But with Demon's Force into effect, stuff like that does happen to change around, you know. We have Demon's Force coming in with the first round, and that is only the start of it. Let's see what will be in store from the side of V5, though. We did get to see a good attempt come out from them as well. It's not like this did not come out to be a close round. It most definitely was, and most definitely is as well. I think this match will establish a very good pace as we happen to go ahead, because both these teams, they'll be giving each other a good fight. At least that's what I'm expecting out of this one. Let's see what happens. Shrisha, that is of course your Mozzie. He's making his way back and forth. He's just setting all of those pests at the right place. It's got to make sure that the drone that will come in from the side of the attackers gets to catch a few of them at least. top floor control coming in along with Nippon, just having to put some jammers here and there, just all of that stuff being put into place. And as we happen to get that aerial view of entire prep phase being put into effect here, gives us an idea as to how we see Virtual 5 approaching the defense. They're liking to play this a little extensive. On the other hand, they're able to emphasize so much more work on areas that is not the site. Wouldn't really blame them, honestly. We've seen stuff like this work out in the past as well. So as we go ahead from here, I bet the Virtual 5 will be looking to make some amends and get themselves that equalizer early on, not wanting to take Demon's Force for a ride here, not wanting to let them take advantage. Tsukushima already has made his way inside storage. I'll be making the push towards the side of powders, and in fact, all the way on the side of Wentz inside. All right, inside storage. He's still going to be pushing this. Let's see if he's able to get a kill or not. And the first kill comes in from Sniper One Candy. Look at that flick from the man. Just that target prioritization coming in at the right time, knowing exactly where he's got to pick that fight. Having to have that rifle shield on himself definitely saved him so much more HP. Look at him on 100 HP for himself. Only thing that he's lost in that fight is the rifle shield. Shot will not be alive anymore, of course, not after that. Sniper One Candy still looking to get that victory against the Jaeger for this fight. The Jaeger is being a little sneaky here, trying to get the Blackbeard baited. Oh, this might just be the bait play that might work out for him. Dope Pope gets a skill on Tsukushima, got Sniper One Candy, gets a knife onto the Jaeger. That was such a letdown, but he's still got extra alive and kicking. He gets one with Zofia. He's pushing in. He'll get another one. That's a double kill for the man himself. And Asterix goes down a 2 versus 3, back into effect, and it's the defense that is in the lead. Virtual 5 Esports might just be able to get this round for themselves. Like I said, the early equalizer is what you expect. But Levi and Next Shot are not somebody you want to be counting out. They're still alive, they're still kicking, and they've still got 60 seconds to work with. Let's see what happens out of this 2 versus 3.
Located a bomb.
A 2 versus 3, and looks like they haven't eliminated Exter, which would give DF a lot of worries for that rumors. And talking about the side, though, there is 2 more players who are holding to their site. Also that Maverick's breaching torch to make that angle. Although the pre-fire will coming from Dope Up and so does Levi, both of them will not work as of now. But still, talking about the time itself, Virtual 5 is currently having that advantage here. 30 seconds, and Exter slowly making his way to either get a vertical side angle or try to eliminate one. Although Levi will be able to eliminate Dope Pope, try to contest against one more parent towards the armory, but doesn't see Exter, which would give him the triple kill, as Next Shot will be the last player on the side of Virtual 5 Esports. Exter will be able to make sure that the push from the throne room would not happen, as a drop bomb will come in, so does the smoke grenade, and just like that, the MP5 from Nippon will be able to get that kill for V5, as they'll be the one to win round 2, first floor armory, and also equalize the round count, putting it in a 1-1. Round 3 will commence, and whether the site for Virtual 5 Esports to be defending will be on second floor bunk and daycare. You still have 2 more sites, the second floor bunk and daycare. You have, initiation room and office. Most of the time you do see initiation room and office not being picked because the attackers have almost a smaller control in towards office. All they have to do is just get the control in towards cache while they slowly make their way in towards the office, go for a smoke plant. It shouldn't have much more of a problem dealing with it. So that's the reason why you do see some of the some of the matches where the map was on theme park, you would see some of the defenders bringing in the site of first floor lab and drug room. So it is a very good site for the defenders to hold on to. But for now, talking about round 3 itself, the site will be on the bunk and daycare. Let's see what's going to happen here. Talking about the defender picks itself, you do see the mute with the jammers, Melusi with the banshee deterrence, and also talking about the attacker's phase, talking about the attacker's operator pick, you see Levi bringing in the Dukebi. Those calls will be efficient. But since there is a mute in play, all they have to do is get into that range of the jammers to quickly shut it down. That's basically the most hardest counters you'll be able to see. But having that information is crucial for Demon's Force, especially knowing that they thought that they would have at least 1 roamers on the side of E5, especially when Exter made some impressive plays. Triple kill for him in the previous round. Can he do it again is the biggest question.
Extra definitely coming out with the best of his plays. He's got the triple himself and looking to make more, looking to find more this time around. Let's see what happens. And like I said, that early equalizer, I think that was very much needed from the side of Virtual 5 as well. They've put on a 1-1 score line. As we happen to go ahead from here, let's see what happens. Extra on the Wamai. He's still holding on the side. Dope Pope as well. We've got Sri Shah playing on the bottom of the Dragon Stairs. It's quite the position coming in from the side of the defenders. Of course, the side is going to be above. Meanwhile, the attackers, they are not wasting any time into getting their insertion point determined. Already into map. We'll be seeing Srisha pick up a possible first fight, I guess. Anybody could pick that fight at this moment. They happen to be closing in from the side of the bathrooms. Look at that. Somebody's lurking over there. Srisha knows that too. I think the information has come in Asterix. Barely walking away with his life here. I don't think he knows that Srisha is playing here. Oh boy, this could just be very, very close of a fight that might come out to be Asterix versus Srisha. The Melusi versus the Maverick. I'll still be looking to see what Asterix can do or what he won't be doing. Srisha, I think neither of them know exactly what this is happening. The first one to spot the other one will be the victor, and I think Srisha might just be able to get it. A white peak will do the job. Asterix. Oh boy. Oh no, Asterix. Good night, Asterix. That's it. Srisha gets a very free kill. Just off of that patience, he happened to walk away with Asterix. Could have thrown in a drone maybe. He's not having a great best of days. Asterix is he's been dying quite a bit now that you think about it. Every single round he happens to go down too early, and this is only third round that we've got into effect. Risha knowing and expecting somebody over there. Meanwhile, Kurosaki gets another one on the side. That will be from the Jaeger. And Sniper 1 Candy is not alive anymore. Your Blackbeard, the spearhead of the attack. I'll be surviving. Srisha does get the refrag coming in, and that will be Tsukushima God Senpai shutting him down. But still coming back to these 40 seconds. Not sure what is going to happen. If this could go anywhere in a 3 versus 4.
A 3 versus 4, and the Kebi calls will come in, but Dope Pop will still prove a threat for Team Esports getting one, but Tsukushima God is still alive and kicking double kill for him. Can he get the triple? No, it does not. An instant refrag will come in, which would force a next shot to be in a 1v3. Currently, it will be a 0v3 here. Virtual 5 will be able to win round 3, second floor bunk and daycare. So we take a look at it in the instant replay. 2-1 will be the scoreline favoring the side of Virtual 5 Esports. So we proceed to round 4, and the biggest question is which side is going to be? It will be on second floor initiation room and office. A very standard site for the defenders to be defending. It shouldn't be much of a big deal, but although there is a Mira still available for the defenders to play, looks like they'll be not be able to pick that specific operator as of now, because it would have been very useful if they were defending on a throne room, because you don't have that vertical line side being made into as a throne room, because the wall is hard. You cannot use a soft breach to open up those walls. Although it could happen if you try to place your Mira near the walls of yellow stairs, which there is a higher chances of removing it out. Although Srisha will be able to bring in the Mira this time, knowing that the site is on initiation room and office, shouldn't be much of a problem unless and until if the attackers finds an early kill, at least eliminating out the roamers first, and then try to focus on opening up some of the particular walls. Although they could be able to take out the Mira, the Mira mirrors right from below the throne room. Just as I was talking about it, that vertical on the side is being made right from the office itself. It could be used the either way. Talking about the attacker's phase, though, we won't be able to see a Buck nor a Sophia. You'll be able to see Tsukushima God bringing in the Ash and Levi again with the Kebi's DMR. A very powerful rifle and also a very dangerous gun in the hands of the attackers. Although the defender still has a chance when it comes to their fire rate. You have the MP5, a very dangerous gun as well. All you have to do is just click the bullet in towards the head. Just click the mouse to get it to the head, as I was just trying to talk about. But for now, action phase will come in for the attackers to make their play. Dronauts will come in as well to give them information, and Tsukushima God waiting for the defenders to make their mistake. Try to go for that aggressive peek. Looks like he'll be able to win that gunfight without a hassle. Droneworks again, this time covering up the entire room of the arcade stairs, both above as well as below. Just have to worry about the players in towards the site and also the bandit. Each is currently in towards Dragon Stairs with the help of the Vamai as well, who will fall back in towards the cash room. The calls will come in from the Kebi, which would reveal their location. Looks like they won't be able to have that much of information as of now. The magnets will be destroyed in the hands of Levi. Here comes the gunfight from the Kebi, trying to contest against one or two of the players as the Maverick tries to open up that line of sight. Reinforcements are coming in towards the office, and the Maverick is still trying to open up the wall in towards the office. He has good amount of cover. He knows he has trust in his teammates to make sure that he'll be able to open up the breach wall without being able to worry about those flanks. But talking about the time itself, not good at all. The angles being made right from the drone hole. Able to deal some major damage to next shot, but he'll force back, try to use the drones to give them information. As the Wamai magnet yet again will come in towards the control room. The pre-fire from Exter will fail, which would give Kushima Goat and Levi their 2 kills, eliminating Srisha and Exter. A refrag will come in from the Jaeger in towards the waiting room, but the damage has been done, and with it, Dope will be the last man standing. Pushes in towards the control room, a beautiful C4 to eliminate Dope. But they are going for the plant. They are going to force themselves into a post-plant situation, but Dope is still here. A triple kill. 1v1. Next shot needs to find this shot, but looks like he's in a very big trouble. He's going to reload the MP7, and so does next shot. Both of them are in a very difficult spot, but it's going to be Dope who's going to win that gunfight. Virtual 5. What a play from the bandit. He's going to be able to win round 4, second floor initiation room and office. Let's take a look at that in the instant replay, ladies and gentlemen. Virtual 5 Esports making plays for their team. Actually, it was the bandit who was making plays for the team, not Virtual 5, because Virtual 5 is the name of the team. But, I mean, what a play, though. 3 kills from the bandits MP7 to make their dream alive here. 3 wins on defense, whereas Demon's Force on 1. Will we see Demon's Force getting 1 more win on attack, knowing that they only have 2 more rounds to go in the first half? We're about to find out, with the side being on Armory and Throne Room.
That is, of course, going to be the side as we happen to go ahead from here after that beautiful and just a very, very good performance from Dope. Very well done, that 1v2 clutch. Just beautifully played with the C4 play as well. So, just as we happen to see the bandit using the best of his abilities coming out of the MP7 as well, we saw quite the stuff being put out from Dope. Let's be honest here. Underway with round 5 as we happen to go ahead from here. Nippon back on the mute. Of course, we don't see Virtual 5 going with too many changes in their operator roles. I don't really been working out for them. Whatever they've been trying to do, whatever they've been trying to pull off, 3-1 is a very definitive scoreline for them to just take advantage of. But this might get to change as we happen to go to the second half of this match, which will be in 2 rounds. But let's talk about the round in hand, of course. Round 5, we've got Srisha playing the Melusi back on it. Dope will be playing his very trusty bandit, of course. Don't really blame him. This is coming out of the bandit plays right now, right here. So we happen to go ahead from here. Let's see what comes out of it. Dope, possible spawn Pico. This might just get caught out, but nobody spawned yet. Oh, actually, there is somebody who spawned there, but they've taken their time. They've taken the sweet time to come out. So we'll not be seeing any early kills coming in. Levi, that was the man, of course, who came out with the spawn. Dokube would have been a good kill if, of course, Dopo would have committed to that little angle for long. But at the same time, that angle works both ways. Could have gotten his life taken away himself. So, not engaging. Wise decision. So far, no blood lost from either of these sides. 2 minutes into the match already. 1 minute in the match already. We have 2 minutes on the clock left remaining for this round, of course. So we happen to push ahead from here. Sniper One Candy with his self-drone, in fact. Just the way you happen to look at this man being a tank in himself. Happens to self-drone and happens to make the push, get frags and whatnot. That's what you love to see. Droneworks coming in still. This is, of course, a scouting phase of the attack. So I don't really blame as to what is happening from the side of Demon's Force. They're trying to get information and make the push eventually on the side. The site is going to be downstairs. This is one of the oldest sites that the side of Theme Park can offer. The Throne Room and Armory. 1 minute and 30 remaining. They've got to make sure they put the pedal on the metal. Sniper One Candy face checking all these angles. He's got some drone work help as well from his teammates. But hey, they've got to be sure, right? A good turtle hole coming in from the start of the defense as well. I think they're looking to make a late flank, maybe even a possible retake situation with operators like Vigil, like Bandit just sitting on side, even the Melusi, in fact, if you'd ask me. All of these operators very good with their flank potential in their own rights, and we don't see the side of Demon's Force even running a Nomad or something like that. Dopo trying to hide as long as he can. No, we won't really blame him. It's coming down to the last 1 minute. Let's see what happens with 10 men left alive in the lobby.
Still, we haven't seen any bodies being dropped on either both these teams. But still, something has to go down. And talking about the current control and Dope revealing his location via the drones, he is forced to fall back. Demon's Force exactly knows how to contest against Virtual 5. It's just that the gunfights from DF is not working well out in their favor. They haven't opened up the walls as of now. The kept calls will come in, which would put Dope in a very bad position here. We do see Tsushima Goat and Asterix converging to the bandit's location, and oh boy, that was a push and a half. As Sniper on Candy will be the one to take out Dopo, but Kurosaki will be the one to take out Levi. A very important operator, so Dokebi will be taken care of in front of 2 grenades. But here comes that aggressive push from Kurosaki to try to contest against the BP. He's going to win one, get another one, taking out the Ash. And whether Kurosaki will be the one to get one more and an accidental PK from next shot. Oh boy. And in the end, we're going to be able to see a trade coming in from next shot. But unfortunately, it's going to be Virtual 5 Esports to get one more win on defense, ladies and gentlemen. Round 5. First floor armory goes to the side of Virtual 5 Esports as we proceed to the last half, round 6, where the site will be on second floor bunk and daycare. Oh boy. Talking about DF though, they took quite a lot of time to try to eliminate the bandit. You did get to see the Ash opening up the walls, trying to open up the barricade in towards the gong room entrance. One would be the Maverick, was slowly pushing in towards the maintenance, and also third but not the least, Sniper One Candid tried to eliminate the bandit who was hiding right behind the gong room. Although it was a very good attempt, it would have been better if you were doing it in the early rounds itself. I mean, DF did it in 30 seconds remaining. I mean, what happened to the first early rounds and the mid rounds? I mean, we did get to see DF just going for the drone works. We only did get to see them trying to get much more information with the drones, but other than that we didn't see any walls being opened from throne room, nor try to provide a good amount of distractions. So much questions. Still get to
10 seconds left before
still get to answer here for DF if they would try to survive, knowing that round 6 they still have to win one more attack rounds. Let's see what's going to happen here.
It will be a difficult place for DF to start off from, let's be honest here. And of course, DF comes out to be one of these teams that has always been on top of their game, except for the last few seasons. At least coming back to the Pro League and the league before that. So, DF not being its truest self, if you'd ask me. Not unlocking their maximum potential right now, I guess. But it's been a good day for V5, and they've been playing amazingly well as well. I think me and you cannot take that away. That hey, it's not just the fact that DF is feeling a little slow, feeling a little rusty. I think it's also the fact that Virtual 5 has come out with one hell of a play. And look at that, default cams not being taken care of. Demon's Force with some fundamental mistakes is giving away so much information to the side of the defense. They've got to be careful. But Sniper One Candy, he's made his way awfully close from the side of bathrooms, making his way towards that area you've got here. So the Twitch drone will get spotted, not be taken out. Will get taken out, excuse me. They've still got Levi trying to make sure that that Twitch drone might come around in the turn. And hey, wait a minute. All right, the Mumbai happens to win that fight somehow. Extra very well played. Sniper One Candy will not be surviving that. The Blackbeard happens to come on the face first in that fight. The Ash on the repair does get spotted once again from the side of the defense, and that has just been it. Proximity alarm, so many of them are giving away information. Look at that. The push-up from the side of Asterix and the Ash itself is not happening because of the proximity alarm just placed over there. Exeter has gotten that first kill and just moved back and forth. Just gotten back trying to play in the insurance of some hard cover for himself. Kurosaki will be the first one to pick this fight, or maybe not. Srisha is the one. He's gotten aggressive here. Exter gets another, but he gets refragged right back in, and that'll be Srisha. But Exter is still going on. The triple comes in from the Mamai. Is the quad lining up for him? It will, and he won't be able to get it. That will be a quick refrag and an attempt for the clutch from Levi as he actually turns that 1 versus 4 into 1 versus 3. Moving back from this, Nitro Cell wasted from the side of Dope Pope as we happen to move back into Nippon, Dope Pope, and Kurosaki, the only ones left alive that they've got to fight against one single attacker. That's going to be Levi. He's got to find 3 more bodies if he wants to make this quad clutch happen for himself. Of course, that's going to be one of a task to perform. Levi will not be surviving for long. Dope Pope gets that frag, and that will be Virtual 5 Esports getting round 6 before the role swap and taking us into round 7 with a very, very, very definitive lead. 5-1 is going to be the scoreline. We're headed to round 7, people, and now with the role swap, things are going to get a little more spicy as we just happen to take a look at that in the instant replay and head back into the game. Harmony and Throne Room will be the first attempt from the side of Demon's Force. Let's see what their opponents have to say about it.
Well, what I'm guessing right now, I guess this has to do something about the map ban phase itself. Talking about 2 of the most played maps, Clubhouse and Cafe, I believe, being banned, and also the Oregon being taken out. Looks like DF was forced to play Theme Park, and looks like they just did not expect it to see them play against V5 on map Theme Park. Not quite sure what exactly happened in the map ban phase, but do feel like this is more, this map has a bit of problems on the side. We're talking about the numerous amount of matches that we'd get to see. The strategies being placed around in map Theme Park is not a lot, although the placements and also the reinforcements are being made is quite standard. You don't get to see Virtual 5, since they're on defense, you don't get to see Virtual 5 going for a very high spawn peaks nor runouts. It's just simple hold. There was one time where Exter brought in the Vigil, who did get triple kill when the site was on first floor armory in round 2. But now, since as we proceed to round 7 role swap, where DF will be the one on defense, they'll be able to bring in the Frost, the Trap Operator, and also in the side of attack, we'll be able to see Kurosaki bringing in the Blackbeard this time. The only difference is, will he bring in the Assault Rifle or the DMR? Looks like he'll be able to bring in the Scar Assault Rifle, which should be a very devastating gun, as I'd like to talk about it. And Shrisha will be able to use his Breaching Torch to open up the soft breach. Although he's going to waste an entire canister to eliminate a soft hatch, would have been better to try to use it at the hard breach instead. Talking about the attacks, the attack operator itself, they don't have a sledge to open up the hatches, nor a shotgun to try to make sure that they'll be able to save those utilities as best as possible. There, you will be able to see a default gam being placed, and also some major damage being dealt here for Sniper One Candy. Quite sure where exactly that position was. Maybe it was in towards Cafe, but looks like the Ace Selma breach charge will make yet another angle for Kurosaki to hold. But he needs to be careful though. Asterix is still close in towards the yellow corridor. That's exactly where the Blackbeard is holding an angle. If the Jaeger still makes a single mistake, the pings still come in from both the side here. Pre-fire will come in, and Kurosaki will be forced to switch out to his another rifle shield to try to get that more protection. Dope Pope, he'll be able to deal some major damage, not major, minor damage with the C4, as the SMR breach charge will come in to make an entryway right from initiation room through towards the daycare, as the attackers are slowly making their way. Sniper One Candy not in a good position to be very aggressive, and looks like Tsushima Goat will be the one to take orders. Gets one, gets another one with the MP5. Sniper One Candy retaliates back, taking out another player on the side of Virtual 5, and with it Nippon and Shrisha. A very tough spot, a beautiful headshot there from Nippon, but Tsushima Goat is on fire, ladies and gentlemen. The MP5, and another one comes in with the MP5. Tsushima Goat be able to give the team the win in round 7. Second floor bunk and daycare. As we take a look at it in the instant replay, we will now proceed to round 8, where Virtual 5 is has been having some major issues in their attack phase itself. Although the push was good, I mean, they did dealt some major damage to the Legion himself, forcing him to be in 1 or 2 HP, I believe, and still. Snap-on Candy gets a kill in the execution phase itself. That is huge for Demon's Force, and also they would require those kinds of plays in the next round, because that round they'll be defending on the first floor armory and throne room, and let's see if they'll be able to keep up the pace.
Keeping up the pace is exactly what Demon's Force needs to be doing right now. And just a little bit of confusion with my mic. Just a second here. There we go.
Need to locate and defuse
I happened to hold it with the wrong angle. And now I'm back now. I got a 2-5 score line. Virtual 5 Esports, one round away essentially from taking this to match point, and that's what separates them from getting that comfortable spot. Because Demon's Force will be relentless. They'll not be looking to let V5 walk away with even a single round right now, especially with them being on defense. They're looking to make these conversions happen, and they're looking to make them happen quick. Prep phase already underway. We're getting stuff already happening. That's quite a lot of emphasis in that blue split. Not sure what's going on there. I think Senpai just wanted to put down one of the Melusi charges. Asterix, of course, dispensing his ADSs. Will come down to the prep that has gone down just in this locality of the site. Nothing too flashy, nothing too out of the bounds. At least not in the way we saw Virtual 5 Esports approach this side. They had a little, or rather, I might say, Demon's Force has a little bit more of a hands-on approach as to how they want to be playing this side. Excuse me there. Not sure what's gotten to me on my words just slipping out of my tongue. Not sure. Not the best of positions to be in for myself, but at the same time, not the best of positions to be in for the side of Demon's Force as well. They want to make sure they get that round count done and dusted. At least get the equalizer in. Very quick, in fact, if you'd ask me. Utility burn coming in from the side of the attack, but hey, Tsukishima Goat comes in with that yeet, and a Kobe will get the first kill with the C4. Very well done. The impact does not turn out to be successful as well. We've got some pre-fires coming in from Srisha. But does that avail to anything? Or will it not? So Kishima Goat still staying alive. Senpai looking for more. He's bloodlusted. But wait, there's a Blackbeard that he's fighting that might just not be the fight you want to be taking. Kurosaki re-engages on him. So Kishima Goat taking so much damage. He's done enough as well. But oh, Kurosaki takes some from Nippon. That's his teammate. Not the best of positions to be in. That's okay. We've still got two players emphasizing on a single fight. That's bound to happen. And that's exactly what did. Just some friendly fire, putting the Blackbeard in a very difficult spot. Now we happen to reach the 1 minute mark, or rather the 1 minute 30 mark, as we happen to count down from it. It is still, of course, the side of the defense that happens to have the man-count advantage and make that a little bit more further ahead with a 4 versus 3 re-established. Trisha gets a kill on the Senpai and Sniper 1 Candy shuts down Kurosaki. A minute left of 4 versus 3. Anything could happen at this point. Let's see what the 60 seconds tell us.
Well, talking about the time itself, Virtual 5 don't have much more of manpower to try to contest, with next shot getting one, Sniper gets the other, taking out Trisha, and with it, Virtual 5 is at the other end of the bargain with the pre-fire. A beautiful shot yet again, this time downing Sniper 1 can't get the confirmation, but here comes next shot with the MP5 to eliminate Nippon. DF won't have any problems dealing with the site on first floor armory, as they'll be the one to win round 8 as we take a look at it in the instant replay. And also, as we proceed to round 9, we have to go for a technical pause because one of the players on the side of Virtual 5 Esports has been disconnected, so we just have to wait for him to reconnect back. So you don't have to worry about it. It's just a disconnection issues. He'll be able to come in at the right moment. So yeah, talking about the first half itself, Foxy, it was one win on Demon's Force on attack, and the rest 5 wins was in the hands of Virtual 5 Esports. But let's just continue this topic when we get the ready confirmation, as Kurosaki has been back into the game, ladies and gentlemen. Virtual 5 Esports don't have much of a problem, nor a lot of time being taken to, to try to join in. Yeah, we'll be able to resume back the fun, ladies and gentlemen, as we head on to round 9, where the site will be on second floor, initiation room and office. And talking about Demon's Force, though, this is exactly what they need. They just need to make sure that they would hold their ground try to at least roam as best as possible, try to contest and also win those gunfights in the early and mid phase so that they'll be able to force Virtual 5 Esports to try to hold in from a specific spot. This is exactly I've been doing for the past 2 rounds here. Virtual 5 Esports, they did droned out, they are in position, but they're not getting those early picks. They're not getting to eliminate at least 1 or 2 players. In fact, most of the gunfights they did win ends up being a refrag on the side of DF, and that's exactly what their game plan is. Virtual 5 really needs to be careful on this situation because they've already lost 2 rounds of defense on second floor bunk and daycare and first floor armory. And talking about round 9 initiation room and office, there is a higher chance where Demon's Force can make this a comeback. Unless and until Virtual 5 has something to answer for, let's see what's going to happen as we proceed to the action phase.
Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
Well, action phase will come in as the site is going to be a bit difficult here for Virtual 5 to attack itself. Knowing the spawn site itself, 3 of the attackers did come in towards, they did spawn in bumper cars. It's been a long time since I've know the spawn points in towards team, but I still remember some of them. But yeah, talking about the match in hand here. Trisha again using the breach torch to open up the soft breach, but he needs to use it as less as possible because he needs to use it to open up that breach shot. But next shot is prepped and ready. That C4 is going to be very detrimental. No, he's going to be surviving it. Trisha will be happy he's going to survive it. And also a C4 has been wasted on the side of defense here. Demon's Force, not a good way to waste that C4 at all. Although it was a very good, attempt. Knowing that the Maverick was using his breaching torch to open up the soft breach, he was about to get that punishment, but unfortunately, he was lucky to be alive. Well, talking about it, the push though from Virtual 5 Esports is going to be in a very tough spot though. But the first frag will come in from the Vector. Levi taking out Kurosaki, this time taking out the Twitch. And with it, again, Demon's Force is in a good man advantage here, eliminating Kurosaki, but the round is not over just yet. Virtual 5 Esports can make this a beautiful comeback. If Demon's Force makes one little mistakes, and that mistake is going to arrive just about now. The Vulcan Shield is being destroyed, utilities being tossed around from the attackers in towards the initiation room. And looks like a lot of pressure is in on the side of DF. The Ace's Selma Breach charge will be used to open up the walls towards the office. That mini hole will be able to give some major kill here as Kushima Gold is still holding that angle. The push from the Dragon Stairs. You do see a total of 3 players from Virtual 5 to try to figure out a way to get in, but that's exactly what Demon's Force needs. They're just trying to waste a lot of time and force Virtual 5 Esports to put it in an execute, which in fact it will be difficult. Or is it though, as Nipun gets one taking out Levi? That's an immediate control in towards office. All they have to do is get that control, and Shrisha very close or wrong. It's a very long distance to go for that reload, but Nipun somehow gets one, Asher gets the other, taking out Shrisha, but it's too late. The attackers are slowly trying to gain momentum, and with it, Tsushima Gold will be the last player here. He needs to find 3 more, and it's going to be a postman. The push will come in, taking out 1. Now it's a postman situation, and in the end, it's going to be the AK player, Dope Pope, to eliminate Tsushima Gold. And with it, Virtual 5 Esports will be able to win round 9 second floor initiation room / office. The total of 2 rounds of defense where Demon's Force had 1. Finally, Virtual 5 Esports have made their answer, winning round 9 second floor, winning round 9. And with it, they will be on match point, ladies and gentlemen. Match point is in for Virtual 5 Esports. And looks like Demon's Force has a lot to answer for because they need to win 3 more rounds in a row. Second floor bunk and daycare will be the site. And also a last chance, and also maybe a last round for Demon's Force to be defending. Because if they do not win, Virtual 5 Esports will be able to get this win. And talking about the standings itself, Virtual 5 Esports have already won one of their matches, currently in the 2nd position. Whereas Mischief Gaming is in the 1st spot, having I mean,
Attackers need
also
to
having the
locate
three
and
points,
defuse
but
as many
you
bombs
do
as they
have
can.
that round conversion rate of 4, which would put them in the top of the leaderboard. But if Virtual 5 Esports win this one out, they will be the one to be in the top spot. And Demus Force, talking about the previous season itself, they almost made sure that they would at least make sure that they would not get themselves demoted to Division 2, and they're still here in Division 1. Unfortunately, this looks like a bit of a repeat on what exactly happened on Season 4. Unless Demus Force figures
10
out a way,
seconds remaining.
try to find some early kills, just like they did in the previous round.
5
They
seconds
did
to
take out
go.
Kurosaki. The only problem was that when the push came in from Virtual 5, you saw 3 players
Locate a bomb
pushing
and
in
defuse
towards an office. Maybe that C4 from the bandit would have worked out in the end, but unfortunately, he used it at the hash to try to take out Shrisha. But in the end, it's not going to work out well. But let's see what's going to happen as we proceed to the action phase as Virtual 5 is on match point.
That's it. Virtual 5 will be on match point. Thank you for that lovely segue that you happened to talk us into, Baba Gusta. Quite this action that happened to go down while all of this was happening. Of course, match point in the favor of V5. We happen to go ahead from here. V5 is looking to secure this into a possible victory, but Demus Force, they've got to make sure that the calculated moves is what is coming out from them right now. Srisha making his way in with the hologram that he's got for himself. Be no harm done, of course. He's just getting some information. Meanwhile, Levi playing around the side of arcade. Tsukushima good. We've got him on the side. He's just able to come in with all. You usually do see them come out. It's just standard defense that is, of course, coming in from the side of Demon's Force. Next shot, moving around the area. Still, we've not got any lives lost. Of just the way we happen to move ahead.
A bomb has been located.
It's come down.
Alright, looks like we just lost Foxy over there. But for now, talking about this round itself, Virtual 5, 1 round closer to win this match against DF. What DF needs right now is the support for their team, support from their viewers who are watching the stream right now. Make sure that they'll be able to make this comeback happen. The attackers slowly gaining an inch as the utility starts throwing in towards the bunker. The grenades will come in. Will it deal some major damage? No, it does not. The ADS will be able to catch some of the projectiles, but the walls in towards initiation room will be opened. This is not looking too good here. On the side of DF, the walls have been opened, utilities has been wasted from the attackers, but not on the side of defenders, which would give them a very good opportunity here if they have good amount of information. Dopo pushing in. He's not going to push in though, he's just going to hold the angle to make sure that the hallway would not happen. But here comes the first frag. It's going to be the Mozzie taken care of in the hands of Kurosaki. But here comes the flank yet again from Ashton, taking out Dopo. The push from Shrisha, taking out Levi. And a huge amount of chaos will begin in a total of 29 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, Asterix one, Nippon gets the other, and also a denial of flank. And with that next shot, the last hope to get this win is stuck in a 1v3 position as Nippon goes in for the plant. A lot of pressure is in this one single man. We did get to see next shot make some incredible plays. Can he be able to do this? Can he be able to give the win that DF requires? The ping will come in, and so does the gunfire. The Musox in hand, and also be destroyed as next shot goes down. Virtual 5 be able to win round 10. Second floor bunk and daycare, and with it they'll be able to win against Demus Force 7-3. A very sad day for Demus Force fans out there, but I do have to appreciate the number of the number of attempts that they did have to go through. But now, talking about Virtual 5 Esports, they will be the one to be in the top of the leaderboards, ladies and gentlemen. First position for them. They'll be the one having six total scores, and also having that good round conversion rate of, I mean, it is 7-3. I mean, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, it is 4 more round conversion points to them, which would put him in towards 8. Just like we talked about it, ladies and gentlemen, I am not good at mathematics. I'm using my hands to count how much round conversions they have. They have a total of 8 round conversion, which would put them in the top of the leaderboards. And it's unfortunate for Demon's Force, as they'll be able to lose another match, which would put them in a very difficult situation here, maybe on the bottom of the leaderboards as well. But for now, let's just head on into the segment called Relive the Moment. Talk about the highlights, talk about the number of plays that both Versus 5 Esports have made problems, and so does DF. Talking about the first half itself, I'm just going to leave this. I'm just going to give the mic back to Foxy and try to understand what exactly happened here.
Well, I'm sure I happened to cut on in between. Must have been a little upsetting for you, there, Baba Gusta. But thank you for having to keep the momentum up, having to keep the pace up of this match, because that's what we got to see today. Let's be honest, it was not the best of days for Demon's Force, but it was an amazing match for Virtual 5 to just take advantage of. Really well played from the side of V5. They'll be taking the victory home for themselves. A very sweet victory that will be starting them off in the week 1 of Vision 1. As we do happen to go ahead from here, I think we'll be getting to see more of that stuff from them coming in. And I'm interested myself what V5 happens to present, especially Exter. I think he did come out with quite the plays. He's always been able to give out that little extra, how would I put this, that little extra manpower that he always happens to bring in, the kind of frag power that he happens to carry himself alone. That itself is very powerful. So stuff like that from the side of V5 is it just happens to equate to a very good match that we usually get to see and enjoy. But today, I think this clip that you have on your screens right now, Dope Pop, that 1v1 1v2 that he happened to turn into a 1v1 and then won that as well. So too many ones. I know I got confused myself over there. I'm not sure what I was trying to tell you, but I'm sure what I'm trying to convey is Dope Pop came out with one of the dopest plays, if I may call it that. Very well played, getting that win for his team. Dope Pope, it's good to see him back into action like this and just alive and kicking. And more importantly, it's that aggression from the Bandit that is always coming out to be such an advantage that V5 can always come back and rely upon. That is, I think that does happen to summarize the entirety of the match. Just the way V5 happened to play this, they played it perfectly. We didn't get to see them come out with anything extraordinary. It was a very simple hold that we got to see out from them. And of course, with the Mira being unbanned, we saw some strategies being around with the roll swap happening on the second half as well. But then again, you think about this, Demon's Force was trying to sneak in a few rounds here and there with Senpai trying to play like this. Look at this round especially. Round 7 it was just Senpai galore. He was all around the map. The Melusi was getting all the kills, pretty much every kill. So not all of them, of course. He got a quad kill, I believe, coming back to it. But it takes more than that. Getting a few rounds, just being able to sneak in a few rounds here and there is not going to get the victory. And I think Demon's Force have learned that the hard way today for sure. I'm sure they've learned that previously as well with the other matches that they've come out in this long career of them playing together. But coming back to this match in specific, it was most definitely a day for V5 to walk away with. They came out to be the better players. They most definitely came out with a better performance, and that's what you love to see in Division 1. The competition, once again, I'm glad to say, is cutthroat. Everybody out here is just ready to dethrone the existing champions and whatnot. The top teams that were in the last season might as not well be the top teams coming into this season. And that's what happens to spice things up so much. And I think this match, especially this one, did happen to put things into perspective for us, did happen to show us what Division 1 can offer, that nothing is for granted and anything can change at any point. And I think that's my 2 cents on this match. It's just very well done. And over to you, back to you, Baba Gusta.
Well, that would be the end of really the moment there, ladies and gentlemen. Talking about the first match itself, it was Monka S versus ESM Super. The map was on Oregon. It was 7-3. We still have one more match to go, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be L2K going up against LYSE Valiance. It's going to be an interesting match to look at. Absolutely, a very interesting match to look at. But for now, we're just going to take a small break and be right back with the last match of the stream. Stay tuned.
We head for the sky, it's alright. Our wings wouldn't fly, it's alright. If we are crashing down again, pieces of love, it's alright. Scattered in mud, it's alright. You're giving me a lie again. And tell me what you want, this time I won't take it to the heart. Cause I know we won't make it out, I've heard it all before. Yeah, tell me what you want, let me hear that I'm the only one. You know that we won't make it out, we've heard it all before. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright, so let's move on. 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 We head for the sky, it's alright. Our wings wouldn't fly, it's alright. If we are crashing down again, pieces of love, it's alright. Scattered in mud, it's alright. You're giving me a lie again. And tell me what you want, this time I won't take it to the heart. Cause I know we won't make it out, I've heard it all before. Yeah, tell me what you want, let me hear that I'm the only one. You know that we won't make it out, we've heard it all before. It's alright. Hey. It's alright. Hey. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright, so let's move on. 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 Alright, so let's move on.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the WD Black, the Esports Club Pro League for Rainbow Six Siege, supported by Ubisoft and our broadcast partner, Booyah. But unfortunately, we are here with a bad news. Unfortunately, the match that we were supposed to be streaming, LOSC Valiance versus L2K, unfortunately has been delayed and it has been pushed offline, so we won't be able to see that match in today's stream. So that will conclude our first stream, ladies and gentlemen. Starting off, a bit of a recap on what exactly happened here. Monka S versus ESM Super 7-3 on map Oregon. Demus Force versus Virtual 5 Esports on map Theme Park. It was 7-3. And the third is unfortunately being delayed, so we'll be able to see what's going to happen here. But for now, it is the end of the stream for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And for now, we're going to be able to see you guys in the next stream, which will be in the Tuesday. So this is Baba Gusta. Actually, we won't be able to see Monday nor Tuesday, but we'll be able to see it at the next upcoming days. So for now, this is going to be me, Baba Gusta, my co-caster Blackjack, Foxy, and our admin Eisen. We're going to be see you guys in the next stream. Until then, take care.